But first, a library filled with collections of people's stories is coming to life in a new podcast series. Chicago Tonight's Joanna Hernandez heads to the Gerber-Hart Library and Archives to meet the people who are unboxing LGBTQ history.
Mark your calendars and make plans to go to Mauston, Wisconsin over Memorial Day weekend. We'll visit CK's Outback, a women-only campground about a half-hour north of Wisconsin Dells.
At the Gerber-Hart Library and Archives, you can find anything from old newsletters to costumes. And even a Barbie of Rosie O'Donnell. There's aisles filled with dozens of boxes telling stories of the past.
You know, I do think queer history gets kind of boiled down to Stonewall, AIDS, gay marriage, and like that's it. And there's no conversation about how rich the history is before Stonewall, and there's no conversation about kind of positive moments.
Program coordinator Jen Dentel started as a volunteer 8 years ago and was quickly enchanted by the life of a Chicago drag queen, Miss Tilly.
Look at Miss Tilly, right? I mean, she's got the cat eye, there's fringe, there's gloves, there's so much of the beehive. She was a drag queen 40s. She passed, I believe, in 2005. Her biggest performances were in the 60s and 70s.
Now Miss Tilly's story, among others, is coming to life in a podcast series called Unboxing Queer History.
It's so exciting to see yourself reflected back at you in history. And I mean, I feel that particularly with the Amigas Latinas collection, which was a group that gathered monthly in the late 90s through the early aughts to just be Latina and be queer together and talk about it and bring in their families.
One thing that they were really excited about was the softball team. Here are some of the actual, hats and uniforms, and just imagine the kind of pride wearing something that has both of these identities.
Audio producer Ariel Mejia pitched the idea to Gerber-Hart, and with the help of a grant, it grew into an 8-episode series, each episode diving into the work and lives of activists, performers, and organizations like Transgenesis.
This is an actual journal, and this is a collection that we have many copies of. And yeah, they interviewed the wonderful Lorraine Shelley Baskerville. Started here in Chicago. It started here in Chicago up in Edgewater in 1995.
This is her. So cute.
Podcast creators say the series gives LGBTQ trailblazers a voice to unpack their experiences.
The people that we interviewed talking to us about their history and that we were even interested in it was a point of so much emotion for these elders that we talked to. It was incredible.
Film seized in police raid.
Oh yeah.
1991.
91 they were seizing films.
The group shares discovering their queer lineage has empowered them and hopes listeners feel the same.
Okay, 2000, which when we're like, oh, that wasn't that long ago.
22 years. 22 years.
Think about your photos of, you and your friends having fun at a bar. Think about the brochures from the organization you're starting. Your shirts, your hats, these are things that are so important and so valuable, and I hope people realize that just existing is important.
Miss Tilly.
Hope they laugh. I think we've found ways to, bring joy and laughter to the fold, because queer history is a lot of fun. It doesn't only have to be kind of the heartbreak we've had to endure.
Silky gloves.
So I hope they're curious and happy. I hope it feels like a celebration.
I was about to say, curvy girl.
I know, yeah.
For Chicago Tonight, I'm Joanna Hernandez.
The Gerber-Hart Library and Archives has been preserving queer items and collections since 1981. You can head over to our website to learn how you can listen to the podcast.